Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a macro Monday. The topic today, Bitcoin just not ready yet. And yeah, I think that's very fitting with the current market action. Let's just dive straight in here, get a bit of a zoom in over there. Bitcoin not ready yet, guys. We got rejected again over here. We didn't break out. We've been waiting to break this downsloping resistance trend line for a while now. And it's not ready yet, guys. We need to get out and beyond this downsloping resistance trend line over here. And it's pretty easy at the moment, guys. Just wait until we break the trend line. Very simple. So I would say wait to get above these highs over here. And then it's game on. There we go. Something like that. Get a nice bounce off the EMAs. This is ultimately the plan, what we're looking for. We need to get above the EMAs, flip that as support, and then it's onwards and upwards, guys. So this is what we're waiting for. And there's multiple scenarios, guys. We can come down again, take all the liquidity over here, come into this green box over here. And this green box is a very obvious SR flip. It was resistance over here. You can see distribution, 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 whilst the accumulation was at the bottom of the box over here. And that zone should be met. And if it does get met, it should hold up as support. So that is the plan over there. The plan is option one would be wait for a breakout of the downsloping trend line and a break above the EMAs, test that as support, and then up we go. So that is what we are looking for. This is option one. Option two would be we come into this zone over here, the zone being underneath this low over here, sweep the lows, come into the green box, maybe. So something like this, boom, and then we break the trend line over there, blah, blah, blah. So that is the plan over there for Bitcoin. So we're still sitting on our hands and we are still waiting for the perfect trade to happen, which hasn't happened yet. Again, we got rejected off the 50-day EMA over there and the downsloping trend line. And it's not ready yet, guys. Bitcoin is not ready yet. But what is looking interesting is still the total three, guys. Total three is what I've been looking at for most of the time. And it's looking like, you know, we could be finding a little bottom wick over here. False move Monday, there we go, something like that. And again, we are holding this upsloping support over there and another bounce. We didn't come perfectly into it, but we basically got a bounce over there. Little fake out over here. Spoke about this earlier. Fake out over there. The reason why we weren't uber bullish and going all in for a breakout is because Bitcoin hadn't broken out yet, okay? So what this is showing is that there's a potential rotation into altcoins, in my opinion. And this could be a little silent altcoin season starting. But, big buts, of course, we need to get above the 50% level, above that $212 billion, which I've been, shouting about. And I want to flip the EMAs as support, just like Bitcoin. And then this is going to be the trade, guys. This is going to be the trade. I've still got a massive risk reward here for, it's more on the total crypto market. This is what I'm looking at. So obviously combining the total three, which we're waiting for breakout, and Bitcoin and Ethereum, we do get total, which, it has had that bearish cross over here, which isn't ideal. And it is below the line in the sand. So it's not looking great. But the plan remains the same for total. Okay, the plan remains we get above 3 trillion, test 3 trillion as support, open some longs from there. Our risk reward, our stop loss would be underneath these lows over here. And then we are targeting 5 trillion. So this is what we are waiting for, guys. And it pays off to be patient for sure. We haven't taken this trade or idea yet. What we're waiting for is to get above 3 trillion, test it as support, and then move onwards and upwards. And it looks like we got rejected off the RSI as well. So guys, it's just a game of patience at the moment. It is a game of patience. We haven't taken this trade. That's why it is on the right side. So we are looking for this to play out in the future. So what you can see here, guys, is you can see a potential of a higher low forming, obviously coming into the crucial zone over here. RSI is holding up quite nicely. You can see the RSI is building momentum over there. And it looks like it is starting to coil up for the big move. Okay. I don't want to go long now because there's still a very good risk reward for current price action if we wait as well. So if we wait for a breakout of 3 trillion and buy the perfect retest, this gives us a risk reward of 5 to 1. because we are targeting 5 trillion. 5 trillion does make sense. We will speak about 5 trillion on another day. It has been explained a few times. But this is the trade that we're looking at. And, will price come lower before doing something like that? Maybe. Okay, then we're still going to stick to the plan and go long at 3 trillion. We're not going to rush in now, guys. We're not going to rush in now. There could be downside. It could be downside. But the most downside I'm looking at is, down to this zone over here. This is a huge zone for total 3. Obviously, total 3 is the crypto market cap excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. And this is a massive region over here. Of course, support, we lost it. Resistance. So we can expect for another test of that over there. And you can see these resistances over there like that. I like this line a lot, guys. This line, I'm going to make it bold for you guys so you guys can see. And you can see there was resistance over here. This was a peak before we went into the bear market, and then we got rejected off there. And if you join the highs and extend it right, what you see is that we are potentially forming a low on this trend line over there. Okay, whatever you want to call it, this is potentially a bottom forming, and right now seems like a really good risk to reward. And this is a trade that we could be taking, because this looks like this low could be bought up. So we could be taking this trade, but we could also just be a little bit more patient and wait, guys. Wait for a break above the EMAs, get above the EMAs and the 50% level, something like that, and wait for the EMAs to cross. And this will be that perfect entry that we are waiting for. I'm gonna make that green because we'll be buying that entry. This is what we're waiting for, guys. So we're either going to be buying this, which we're going to wait for, or if we lose the level and break down, we are going to be buying the massive $650 billion region over here. Boom, massive support, massive resistance, a lot of price action here, resistance. So this is a very obvious support, major support. And, total 3 could come down a bit more. Another 15-20%, not the end of the world. We were all celebrating up here and we're down 31%. So another 9-10% drawdown from over there or from over here, another 15% drawdown, not the end of the world in the macro scheme, because we're still targeting 5 trillion. Guys, this is the plan. This has always been the plan, and we are sticking to the plan. Obviously it's rough, watching your portfolio bleed like that, but it's part of the game. It's part of crypto. It's part of testing the patience, all of that. So the plan remains the same. Total 3 looks like it is, flipping this zone into support. There we go. We broke out, testing it as support, and then who knows how high this is going to go? $2 trillion. Let's see. But a long off the $650 billion, if we visit that region, looks good. Or if we reclaim the zone over here as support, 850 billion, that is looking like a great entry. So what I could see happening is this being a potential low. We move off there and then we get in here, guys. We're not getting in here because we could come down here. This is the perfect entry. Come up there, bang, buy, off we go to $2 trillion. Or the plan would be we just have a lot of limit orders in this zone over here, because this most likely is going to get bought up incredibly fast, guys. I can't picture the crypto market with Donald Trump as president being hammered for too much longer, guys. I am, obviously people are getting frustrated. The fear and greed index is sitting at 24. It's looking awful. Sorry, guys, I don't have ad blockers on at the moment. But historical values, guys, so this is what you want to see in a bottom. And we've seen this before. We've seen this so many times before. And this is what a bottom looks like. No one wants to buy crypto. No one wants to go long. Everyone wants to short. Now people are getting loud about shorting. This is the perfect storm for a potential bottom to be carved out. And what you expect is sideways price action until, and then what's going to happen is people are just going to go short all the way up, and then it's going to be the perfect storm, guys. And the same thing happened over here. I don't know how long you guys have been watching this crypto cycle. I've been following this whole cycle daily, and the same thing happened over here, right over here. So this is kind of reminding you to this period over here. And obviously we had the top, like people were calling double top. Then everyone was calling for 20K over here, like everyone's calling for the zone over here. It makes sense. It makes sense for price to come and test the zone over here, but it didn't. And what's going to happen is, I remember exactly what happened. Everyone starts going short over here, building up shorts, short. Then price gets a little push up. Then people go extremely short, and then you get that push up. And then this is what happens very quickly. You get this, boom, and then it doesn't stop. You do get the zone over here. This was probably one of the last times I entered crypto with a big position, was over here. Been holding for a while, guys. And what happens is it happens very quickly. Okay, so you see sideways period, it happens very quickly. Sideways period, the gains happen very quickly like that. If you missed it, and you can't get in, guys, it doesn't allow you to get in. So what you have to do is you have to get into the breakout and look for, a lot of fear, guys. I remember there was a bit of fear over here, but not too much. Obviously, Trump winning the election was huge. But this was the last time I remember there being extreme fear in the crypto market. And what a time to buy, guys. What a time to buy. Everyone starts to flip short. So what I can picture is either sideways or a small bleed. I don't see price action coming much lower than this. I think it's a DCA strategy or spot is unbelievable at the moment. Depends how exposed you are to the market, of course. But it's looking good, guys. It's looking good. And, there's a little W bottom forming over here on the macro. Bang, the W bottom. You need to wait for the breakouts, of course. But it's not too bad, guys. Not too bad out here. You can see Bitcoin dominance is starting to make another push up, which is expected. The altcoins are bleeding. And yeah, the Bitcoin maxis did get loud there. But it looks like Bitcoin is starting to take some of the gains back, of course, breaking above this high over here. And this breakdown was never confirmed. It was never underneath 50 and holding. So there we go. Potential, top over here. I don't know, but we have been waiting for the breakdown. The breakdown was never confirmed. We were speculating that maybe the top was in, but we are waiting for proper confirmations, and the proper confirmation for Bitcoin dominance will look like that. Okay. Breakdown tested as resistance and then breakdown. So for now, we are just waiting patiently for that to happen. Who knows how high this will go, guys, but we do have the 50% of the wick over here. Boom, boom. Okay. That 50% of the wick will most likely get filled, and that full price comes in at 62.7%. So this is where a potential top would be. Let's wait and see though, guys. Let's wait and see. I want to speak on XRP quickly because XRP is looking good. We had that trade idea. We haven't entered this yet, but just get rid of that. XRP is lining up to starting to look really longable, in my opinion. I've been waiting for the test of this 200-day EMA for so long now, and we're getting close, guys. We are getting close. Let me get rid of that quickly. And I think it will be the perfect bounce. Will we get there? I don't know. We're not too far away from there, only 8%. Where will stop loss be? Well, an obvious stop loss would be over here, which means that might happen, right? So I'm patiently waiting for this one. It's starting to coil up. XRP is obviously one of the stronger tokens. It's still in the top half of its range. It is stronger than Solana. It is stronger than Ethereum, of course. And it's looking good, guys. It's looking good. So this is the ultimate buy zone. It would be this box over here. So are we going to patiently wait for this? I think so. It could happen. Depends on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin breaks out, we're going to be going long XRP. But if Bitcoin does break down, this is looking like one of the best entries and the best buys. It's going to be XRP, guys. So look at Bitcoin quickly because it is starting to move on the daily. A lot of people were panicking. And here we go. Nice little Monday candle. Let's see what happens. We have taken out Sunday's high, which is a good start. But let's wait and see, guys. It'd be cool to get a little push up, break through here. But let's wait and see, guys. False move Monday. Move down, grab all the weekend liquidity, 50% refill of this wick as well, which pushed up to higher prices. And it's looking like this could be a potential bottom, guys. Honestly, I think it's got potential to be a bottom. But let's wait and see. There are obviously quite a lot of news events this week. ISM manufacturing, Jolt's job openings, and of course, guys, NFP. non-farm employment change. Fed Chair Powell speaks on Friday as well. So expect a volatile one, guys. Expect a volatile one, especially towards the end of the week. I think, Friday could bring a big move and potentially the move. I was speaking last week about the crab market ending because Bitcoin was coming to the apex over here, which it did break down. It broke down on Friday. And that was the crab market. It went sideways. And to be honest, it's still in the crab market. These prices, hasn't really moved from here. And if you take the halfway point from this point to that point, we are in the weaker half at the moment. So Bitcoin is weak. It's, I prefer Bitcoin above the 200-day EMA for sure. And we did break down of this. The crab market ended. And again, still waiting for the breakout of the downsloping trend line over there. I'm going to go into the stock markets and stuff and the TradFi. DXY, our idea for the DXY is still in play. I've been calling this for a while since we had that massive 3-day waterfall. I said, well, the most probabilistic point for a short on the dollar is going to be at that 105 region. Okay, 105. So what we could see is potentially a push up this week into NFP, and then boom, straight down, maybe a terrible read on the NFP. But we did nail the dollar here, guys. Bearish divergence over there, 3 drives, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, even 4 drives over there. Broke down, perfect retest, down we go. This was obviously, we were buying assets heavily here, trading, thinking that if the dollar breaks down, assets normally fly, which hasn't been the case. They've actually been positively correlated, but it will break at some point. It will break at some point. So the ultimate trade for the dollar at the moment is going to be a 105 short on the dollar. That's, of course, the 50% level from this range. Here's the bottom. Here's the top. Halfway point, 105.16. And, of course, we got the EMAs over here, the 50 and the 200. They're about to have a death cross. We got this low over here. So this is just enormous confluence, massive confluence. This is why we are going short on the dollar. And by going short on the dollar, we mean buying assets. Gold's going to pump. Everything's going to pump if the dollar does move down here. And we are looking for this to break down, a macro breakdown of the dollar. That's what we are looking at. So what we're expecting to see is a push up to 105, breaks down. Do we get a bounce here? I don't know. Something like that. That could be a scenario. The other scenario would be we lose the level, bang, test this as resistance, and then roll over. And this is going to be that bull run, guys. This is the bull run. Okay. So we were waiting over here. The problem with this move is that the dollar moved up. Okay. And this is going to be massive risk on asset gains if this happens. So we are waiting for this to happen. Fundamentally, this has to happen for your parabolic moves in crypto. I mean, this was your parabolic crypto move over here. Bang. I think I could be wrong. I'll take that one back. But it does make sense that if the dollar is to be in a free fall, risk on assets do pump. So that is kind of the action plan over there for the dollar. I am looking at a short from 105 by a short, Euro USD, gold USD, so on and so forth. S&P 500, this looks like it is potentially breaking down. There is obviously a good opportunity here for a bullish divergence. I'm going to go into this one because I had a chart over here, and it's finally come into my green box. So this was the green box that I've been waiting to enter, and it did have a little stab in there right now since the market has just opened, and it is below the 50% level. So I would like to see it above 5552, slightly below there. But this green box was the ultimate buy, and it looks like we are getting that bullish divergence. You normally only get 2 drives in the stock market. What I mean by that is price making a lower low and price over here, RSI over here making a higher low. Okay, that's bullish divergence. Very likely to get a low out of here. let's wait and see. And what we are looking for is for most likely a W pattern, comes down, bang, like that. Then as soon as we break over here, then we are A for away, and we are going to continue the bull run throughout 2025. That is the plan, guys. That is the plan. If we do start to lose these levels this week, then we are looking for that. There we go, trade down to the next box, and then we'll be buying that box as well. So it's not an all-in box. It is a potential bounce box. We have got the bounce. That is it for the S&P 500. Okay, this was our NASDAQ, thoughts and feelings. We were looking for a short over here. We didn't quite make it. And yeah, NASDAQ's not looking as good as the S&P. Are starting to roll over here. And it is looking heavy, guys. It is looking heavy. I think this is a high probability zone to get a short out of, and potentially bullish divergence as well. You can see lower lows, higher lows, and we are expecting at least a retrace. But this is the perfect breakdown. We spoke about this upsloping support, lost the level, tested it as support, and now we can expect a breakdown over there. But obviously, lots of conflict. S&P 500 at support over there, perfect support. NASDAQ breaking down, what is this telling us? Is it bullish? Is it bearish? I'm not too sure. But what is bullish is gold. There we go. Off we go. Gold's going parabolic. We've had this parabola drawn out for a while now, and it is starting to just play out. There we go. The top target for gold is 3,300. That is my target for gold. That is the top in price target wise. That's of course a Fibonacci extension, and that is the price target. So not too much more to go. Another 5%. Still decent for gold though. Still decent for gold. What else is happening? Otherwise, guys, it hasn't been very eventful. Hasn't been very eventful at all. Bitcoin has technically just gone sideways for 33 days. So we are still waiting for the breakout. I don't think, it's a tough one, guys. You guys know the plan. We spoke about the plan earlier. We're going to be buying the reclaim and test of support of 88K, or we are going to be buying in the green box. And that goes for the total 3 as well as Bitcoin. If you guys missed that, definitely go re-watch it. So we'll look at high block capital quick, because a lot of liquidity, of course, stacked. Liquidity over here, 76K. Okay, so that is telling us that we could come down to, underneath the wick over there and come down into the box over there, potential, and above price, quite a bit of liquidity, which is just going to be building at 90K. A lot of people would have their stop losses over there. It's an obvious place for a stop loss. So, and I think there are a lot of retail participants going short. I am not one of them. I maybe should have been one of them, but I'm not one of them. 88.5K over there, and not too much liquidity on the lower term time frame. So we could just go sideways for a bit. You can see over here that the majority of the market participants are short. Everyone is short, 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 which means short squeeze. Up we go. There we go. So I might be looking for longs just because I do like this, guys. I do like this. This is what you want to see. What you want to see is red over here. Most participants are going short. You want to see fear and greed over here. And obviously this is more short-term stuff, but short-term turns into long-term, and this could be a potential stab at the market, going for a little scalp long on the cards. I think I'm going to wait for how the stock market's going to react, but I think we could get a nice little move this week to the upside. So I'm going to be looking for some longs, guys. So definitely be there in the Telegram groups. I'll be posting some longs there. I'll be going through the market now and doing a little bit of analysis, finding some tokens that have a good risk to reward, etc., etc. So thanks so much for joining the stream, guys, and we will check you on Wednesday. Cheers for now.